Have you ever been faced with a horrible nightmare situation, the greatest challenge of your life, and you did not know how you were going to overcome it or navigate it? Well, in this video, I'm going to continue on with part 2 of the current series regarding the 5-step framework that you can implement to take your greatest challenges and turn them into amazing opportunities and achieve outcomes that you didn't think were possible. And this all stems from my personal history, where I, out of the blue, was informed that my newborn daughter had a rare genetic syndrome, and she was the only one in the world actually to have her exact constellation of findings and symptoms. And so it was very unexpected, and I was very feeling somewhat unprepared and wasn't sure what the future would hold. And I actually was able to implement the following steps to many situations and come out on top, in my opinion, and help my child in many ways and help my family as well. And so this 5-step framework that I've come up with, that I've been using, is very powerful, and this is why I'd like to share it with you and with others, who might find it helpful to help them navigate challenges that they might be facing or that you might be facing. So in the last video, which I will link down below, I went through step number 1, which is to surrender. So step number 1 is surrendering to the challenge, the obstacle, the nightmare situation that's happening. Instead of rejecting it, instead of being in denial, instead of feeling like a victim, instead of fighting it, the sooner that you can surrender to the reality of the facts of what is exactly going on, the sooner you can move through the process and get to the other side. And so step number 2 is going to be the focus of this video. Step number 2 is to change your beliefs. So once you've surrendered to the reality of what's going on, step number 2 is to change your actual beliefs. And so how do we change our beliefs? Well, first we have to have awareness as to what are our current beliefs. And there are some beliefs that can kind of hide in the back of your mind, and these are the beliefs that you're kind of unconscious to. It's the unconscious chatter that happens in the back of your head that you're not even aware is happening. And so the first part of changing your beliefs is to have awareness as to what you're actually telling yourself in your head, and what are the beliefs that you actually have going on in your head. And then once you've identified what it is that you're saying to yourself and what your beliefs are, then the next step is to change those beliefs into empowering beliefs, or even more empowering beliefs. Because say your beliefs were not positive, or they were kind of a victim mentality, where you felt like this horrible situation was happening to you instead of for you. That's a change in belief right there. So if you tell yourself, you know what, this challenging situation is actually happening for me, it's not against me, it's for me, and I am the exact person who is ideal for this challenge to navigate the situation. And then you remind yourself of the evidence, and you think back in your life, and you think about the prior times where you have been able to overcome challenges, the prior times that you have achieved great things, prior times in your life where you did something that you were really proud of, that you thought was going to be hard, but you were able to do it anyway. These are the facts. This is evidence that you can remind yourself. And then, so you want to change your beliefs to empowering beliefs, beliefs that are going to help you navigate this situation. And this is very similar to the concept of changing your state, changing your emotional state, your mental state, your mindset. So shifting your state from focusing on the problem to being more solution oriented or growth oriented, as opposed to fixed and rigid in the actual problem itself. So changing the beliefs, through changing your beliefs, you can then empower yourself, remind yourself that you are prepared, that you are capable, that you are creative, that you're strong, that you have mental fortitude, that you're resourceful, and that will shift your mindset and get you to a place where more ideas are going to be available to you. So you're going to be able to access more parts of your brain, more parts of your creativity, more ideas. You're going to be able to have greater awareness as to what is available and what you could use to continue to navigate the situation and the challenge. And so this is a critical factor in this 5-step framework, step number 2. And in the subsequent videos, we're going to go through the rest of the steps. Number 3 is to attune, number 4 is transform, and number 5 is evolve. So I look forward to the next videos. Thank you.